expand school vouchers even more across the state. Do you consider the school voucher system as it currently stands as a success? And if not, what would you do to change it?
Well, you know, it's not, Tim, it's not whether I consider it a success. Generally, the folks who have researched it across the state consider it a failure. The research is relatively clear on that. I have repeatedly said that I'm against taking dollars away from public schools, taking dollars out of our general fund, taking any tax dollars and sending it to unaccountable, unproven private schools. There's been research that has just come out here that shows that millions of dollars have been lost just in the last 4 years of unaccountable private voucher schools that have closed. And those millions of tax dollars have been lost. That's really an unfortunate situation. I think it's critical that we realize that the voucher system, although may have been intended for a good reason, is just a failure. And we have to stop draining public school dollars, which raise our property taxes here, right here in the First Assembly, to support these schools. I'm completely against it.
Joel Kitchens?
Okay, the voucher system was begun primarily to help the schools in the inner cities, Milwaukee really, where they were had failing school districts. None of our districts within the First Assembly District are failing. We have very, very good schools. I think that the focus of the voucher system should remain on those areas with failing schools like Milwaukee. I think we should move very, very cautiously in expanding it, as many people within my party propose. I certainly agree with the accountability. If we are going to give tax dollars to school districts, we need to, or to private schools, there needs to be accountability. They need to be measured by the same standards that public schools are. And I am happy to see that most of the Republican leadership now has embraced that idea as well, because I think they recognize that there have been failures, that they've given money to schools that turned out to not be very good. I disagree with Joe in that he does not believe that vouchers should exist in Milwaukee. You know, I have been in Milwaukee schools, and it's not a nice situation. And I think to give those families an opportunity to break that cycle of poverty and get out of those schools, I think that they deserve that. And even Mary Burke agrees with that at this point. So I think that we do need it in those school systems. But I do think we need to move very cautiously in expanding the program.
Joel Majeski?
Well, again, this is an area that Joel and I disagree on. I do not think it's needed in the Milwaukee public school system. I think there are other ways that should be tried in order to solve some of the problems that they're experiencing there. Again, the voucher schools in the Milwaukee school program were set up specifically so that poor children could leave a so-called failing school to go to a better school. What actually has happened is that 85% of the folks enrolled in the voucher program actually were students who were in private schools already. So to say that it might be meeting the needs of the Milwaukee schools in order to have those children who live in poverty move to another school, just not accurate.
Joel, any additional comments?
Well, yeah, I think if Joe has these great ideas that are going to save Milwaukee schools, he'd come forward with them, because I think just about everything has been tried and nothing has really worked. I think we owe it to those kids in that particular area to give them those opportunities. I think that, you know, parents deserve to have the choice in sending their kids, whether it's public schools, private schools, or homeschooling. I think the more involved the parent is, the better chance of success for those kids. And in those poor areas, they don't have those other opportunities. So I think we owe it to them to give them that chance.